How's it going, everyone? Let's see, I've been working on this Xbox, this 360. I hit the eject button. It's the only bad thing about these Slims. This one I still have to tear down and clean. And the drive kind of stutters a little bit now and then. But that's not what this is about. That's not what this video is going to be about. This video, like I said, I have one that's working, just needs cleaned up. Has a 250. I rounded up. This was my sticker. Said works, no hard drive. Excuse me. I rounded up a 250 gigabyte hard drive for it. So this one has a 250. And there's only one problem. I don't have a good controller for it. Plays and all that, it's just that we have nothing to control and play. So in this video, we are going to work on a controller, putting one together. And this is what we're going to be using to get one put together. I have to leave this out and hooked up. I have a tote here full of parts for Xbox 360 controllers. I have a bunch of main boards in here that I know these were all tore apart because of issues. And again, I have said this before, that these were tore down and checked when I was buying these things for $5 a piece. And I didn't care if they were bad or good. All I knew is I wanted to have a stockpile of 360 controllers either needing work or working. Well, I've used up all of my good ones. I may have one left for my own, but that's all I have. Okay, and here we have a bunch more. We have some that are complete, and I'm sure they're not working. That one feels like it needs new sticks in it. I'm going to put a black one together, I think, or I kind of like this one, this Halo 4 edition skin. So we may take a look at this one. I'm sure there was, it wasn't just thrown in my tote here because I didn't like it. That one's got a white, it has the white circuit board in it. Hopefully that board's good. We can use it right in here with this one. Although a black would, or one of the originals would look okay too. We have, what do we have? Oh, we have new joysticks. Come on, get out of there. Yeah, we got a bag of new joysticks. Those are new joysticks. Yeah, new joysticks there. This one we have more new joysticks. I think these are Xbox Ones, if I'm not mistaken. They sure look like Xbox One. They're a little smaller. 3D controller joystick. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a peek at those and look that number up. I'm pretty sure that may even be joysticks from our GameCube. And we have some wired controllers down in here that I'm gonna kind of hang on to. There's a bag of joy buttons. Yep, those are 360. They have the 4 raised dots on it. Usually you can tell if they have there's, I don't know if you can see real well, but there's 4 raised dots on those. and that's usually an indication that it's 360. The Xbox Ones are kind of embossed all around the edge and cupped like this. See, that's more of a... Okay, and yeah, we got some white ones in here that are really, really funky nasty. Hope I didn't leave any batteries. No, just probably an old junk battery pack in it. There's only one problem. I don't have any black battery covers. There's a black battery in here, and that's a Nyko. And I'm sure that's, yeah, it's split. That one's deader than a can of corned beef. So we may have to go with a white battery cover, which will be alright. It'll kind of match the circuit board, and kind of the white will, yeah, I think that'd look alright anyway. So I think that's the one that we will start out with and get him up there. And I think I have some more pieces, parts in my toolbox here. Yeah, there's another bag of joy buttons. Same thing, those have the 4 dots. And that should be 360. I'm going to throw them in there. And another bag of joy buttons. And those are Xbox One. You can tell they're a little bit smaller. So I'm pretty sure that one joystick are going to be Xbox Ones that are in here. Yeah, that should be Xbox One. Yeah, they're a little smaller. Alright, cool. So this is what we're starting out with. Let's see, I got that out. Got some pieces, parts here. There's a box of parts there. What we have to do is we need to test this Halo 4 controller and see what we need to do with it. This one, they're pretty responsive. Shoulders are good, triggers feel okay. Hell, this may even work, but I'm almost positive if I threw it in that tote, there is definitely something array with it. And that's an original. That's a branded Xbox 360 wireless controller. Okay, good. So I think that would look pretty nice with our 250 gig. So I'm going to get you set up, and we're going to test this out and actually see if it's any good and what we need to do to it. I don't know. Kind of wondering if we should save this for... we'll test it anyway, but then we'll decide. I'm kind of leaning more now towards just a regular black one for that 360 and saving our Halo 4 for another one. Maybe we can get a Halo 4 edition in, or I may even have the skins for Halo 4 sitting around somewhere amongst my mountains of crap. So I want to keep that one intact then, but we're going to test it and see what the hell is wrong with it, because we do have another black. Yeah, we have a decent black skin, and I think what we have, I think three extra boards. You know, we could even pull one out of one of those white ones if need be. Yeah, those are the only 3 that are in here. I think the other ones that I probably threw out were probably all water damaged and a real hunk of you know what. One black shoulder or trigger, shoulder, sorry, white. I wonder if we have another black. We should. That's white. All right. I'm going to get you set up. We're going to root. We're going to do some testing first and see what we have going on before we make a decision actually what we're going to do. All right. I thought that was the only blank shell I had, but down in that tote I have 2 more black ones. This one may have just been put away or thrown in the box because somebody painted it and there's tape on it, screws missing. This one, same thing, just very, very nasty. But got us a white battery controller here, or battery holder. See if this one will sync. Come on. Yeah, yep. And when it sinks, doesn't float. Triggers work good. Let's see. Shoulder works. Okay, D-pad works. That joystick works. That's a good controller. Wonder why I put that one away then. Got to be something wrong with it. Oh well. Again, I may have been saving that to get a Halo 4 in. Let's see what this one does. Power up. Okay. Power. Let's get our 360 sync in. Okay, this one syncs. This one's good too. I think this one may have just been put away because it's thrown in the tote because it's nasty. Which we can take, the joysticks are gummy too. Okay, so I know those 2 are good. Let's try this one that someone put paint to it. Power, yep. Power's up. And sinks. Ooh! Yeah. That trigger doesn't work for doodly squat. Joystick's really nasty. Everything else seems to be okay. But why did somebody take one of the screws out there? Probably trying to fix that trigger. I think for a good video, we know the case is crap on this one. We have a shell here, but one of the screws, one of the posts that hold the back on, is busted. we can fix that. Because I think we really need that one. Alright. Let's fix this piece of crap up. Now we have two more good ones. We have one that we have the Halo 4 that'll work, and we don't have to do nothing to it except battery holder. This one just needs clean new thumb pads put on it. But for sake of video, we're going to do this one. I'm going to show you how I fix them up. So let me see, what am I doing here? Okay, I'm going to get kind of squared away here so we can I can get you set up a little different, and we can get busy on tearing that down. After we got it apart, we can see that they were having a problem with that trigger. They put some, they build it up with something like tape or something to get it to work. At least they thought that's what they were going to do. But on this one, we are going to put two new joysticks on it. We're going to replace a battery connection. That one's all rusted. We'll take one of our donor boards and get everything off of it we need. And we will replace that switch, that trigger, because it's just about ready to fall apart. I got my desolderer all warmed up. Let's see, we have to take off one of the, we have to take off this shoulder so we can get at the bottom of our that joystick. And it's just going to be a matter of and I have done these for years without the desolderer, just by using desolder wick, and it's a little more challenging with the wick, but you can do it. And I've done a lot of them before I bought the desolderer. Take him off. Okay, let's see. While we're at it, see, that's the bad one there too. So we will Change that one out. And our battery connection. Take that out. Little rusty thing. Let's see, yeah, we can get out all of them on this side, so that one we can leave on there. And now it's just a matter of getting all of our joysticks. I don't know if my you can clean these joysticks with alcohol if they're not too awful bad. Just by pulling them down, you can soak them with alcohol. And get the gunk cleaned out of them. Most of the time, all it is I call it hand gunk. But most of the time, it's just a combination of sweat and dirt from sweaty hands. Big ones are a little bit harder to, because the solderer tip isn't quite that big. And I think my gun's dirty. I think I'm plugged up. Okay, I got it cleaned up, and I got one off. I know, but I wanted to make sure it was working. So I just removed that one. And as I was saying, these bigger mounts, those are usually ground, and that's actually what holds the joystick in place, because it's all around the, I'll show you here in a minute. Let me, now like I said, I used to do these with just regular desolder wick, and it's not terrible to do them with just plain desolder wick. But it is, you know, a little more time consuming. See, those big lugs are the outside of the whole joystick, and that's actually what holds it down and, you know, kind of keeps it in place, so you're not reefing on just these little pins. These are the little connectors. And how'd we do? Not too bad. Let's see if we can't. heat them up a little bit. That one's good, that one's good, and I got one more left. This one right here is still, there we go. And there's our other one. Now, like I said, you can take these, and if they're gummy on the inside, which that one's a little better now since I heated it up, melted out some of the crap, but you can see this one, how slow it and doesn't return completely. You know, that one definitely needs changed. It'll cause your little guy or whoever you're working with or your car to drift because it's not returning all the way. Usually if you get one that's drifting, that's why, is you have a joystick that's going bad. Now I need a board off of one of these. Let's see, that one, I already swiped that one. This one's got some, this one's water damaged, so we'll use this one for parts. Let's see, we need the negative side of the spring for the battery. There's that, and we need a trigger, but I can't not get at either one of those triggers because of the shoulder. Let's see which one this would be. This is the one that's always used a lot. This one should be, yeah, that one's in a little better condition. So let's remove our shoulder. So we can get under it and then get our little trigger out of it. There's our trigger. Need that. Need that. Let's see, the only thing I'm going to be using new are joysticks and joy buttons. I need a couple of these. A couple of those. And I need a couple of those. See how they make sure they fit okay. Yep. Now let's take a little peek. Looks good. They look the same. Alright, now I'm going to get my hands warm. Alright, now we're ready to start reassembling here. Let's get one on. I got a couple bent pins. Okay, we need some slobber. Okay, now start with your two of the big posts. Solder one on either corner. And then push that joystick up onto that circuit board as tight as you can with your fingers, and then heat those two pins back up, and you'll know for sure that it is up against, it's down solid on the circuit board. I have, trust me, experience. I went through and I put one of these on, put it all back together, and couldn't figure out why my cap was rubbing. And it was all the way down on as far as it would go on the joystick, but yet it still was rubbing. Till I went back and I looked, and it was up off of the circuit board a little bit. So I learned my lesson, that when you get a couple of those soldered down, is to reheat your solder, pushing down on that joystick and making sure that they are flush, totally flush on the circuit board. Okay, I get that. Let's see. Let's get our little one on, our trigger. I'll do a couple corners. I'll do the same thing with it. See, that sucker, it clicked. So it wasn't down on there all the way. There, and battery. That's not right. What did I do? Did I get the wrong one? Yes, I did. Oh well. That looks better. Heat him up a little bit. So down on there all the way. Got a little goober of solder. And we're good to go there. Alright, now all I have to do is go through and solder everything else up on this, and hopefully everything is good. Little shaky today, and I don't know why. Just one of those days. That I'm shaky. Nothing I can do about it. Trust me, after you've done about 50 or 60 of these controllers, you get used to it. You get pretty quick at getting them done. Because, you know, when I was doing them, time's money. And most of the time I didn't care how long it took me. Those are all, they got paint all over those. Kind of like to let me see if I can get these cleaned up, get that paint cleaned off of those. If not, we're gonna, maybe we'll change them out. I don't know if that, I'm guessing that's paint. You know, it's not going to come off real easy. So let me see what I have to replace those two. Okay, I got a good one here. So we will put this one on. Yeah, get over there where you belong. And why don't you want to sit down on there all the way? There we are. Okay. Same thing. All we're going to do, come on, got some gunk on that one. Let's see if we can get her cleaned up. There we go. Just going to solder the middle one. Push up on it, and it'll snap right into place. All the way tight. And then you can solder the other two. And that one, this one's got some crap on it too. And I was debating. I have a good one here, and I think what we'll do is let's really have some fun here. See if we can get that. By the time you get done screwing with that, trying to get that off of there. You can have it replaced. Just by oh, you dumb shit. That's the same as that one. Okay. There. So I still need one, because those are totally different. Okay, after a slight screw up on my part, I found another good one. So now we can finish this, getting the board put together. Same thing, just gonna solder the middle one, push down on it as hard as I can, and then get your solder. Touch your solder, there we go. And now it's as tight as it can be up against the circuit board. Sorry, concentrating. I said concentrating, not constipating. There we go. Left and right. Do. Alright, now what do I have to do here? We need a decent case, housing, whatever you prefer to call it. And like I said, this one, I'm gonna scoot you back a little bit. This one is a decent looking case. It's got all the black, all the buttons. It's just that I have one stinking screw stud broke. So I do believe what I am going to do now is I am going to get this case all cleaned up, and I am going to mix up a little bit of epoxy, and we are going to glue that little dude back down in there. Or I tried removing, I don't know what paint they used on these, but on this, but I cannot, and it will not come off. So that case is dookie, and that is the only, this is the only other black case I have that is off of a controller. Now I can take one of those controllers. Let's see, we have one more good one that's black that I could swipe the case off of it and worry about fixing this one later. Or I think we ought to just fix it now. Wait a minute, let me check on this a little bit more. Not one of the other pins. Yeah, one of the other pins is broke too on this controller. Good thing we looked this one over a little bit better. One of the pins here, that one's broke off too, and that's what aligns and holds this bottom piece in, where you plug in your keyboard. So that's probably why I put this one off to the side, was because it was broke and I haven't used it. So we can steal this D-pad out of it, because it's in all black, and if we're gonna do a black controller, we're gonna go all black. These D-pads have two little screws down through them, and then there's two clips down in there. And there's your D-pad. Okay, now I gotta make a decision here as to what we're gonna use for a case. Be right with you in a minute. Let me see what I got. Okay, I tore down that other the other controller that I said, you know, we tested it and it worked. I tore that one down because it was, I got to looking at it and it was rusty. It had rusty connections on it as well, and so it's going to need some work, a little more work. Going to need two battery connectors on that one instead of just the one. So I figured, oh well, the heck with it. Let's, you piece of crap. I'll just pull that one apart and worry about it later. Next time. Maybe I'll do that one next time. These screws, I thought my screwdriver was magnetic. That one's not. This one? Yeah, that one. That one's magnetic. Now will it get done in there? Still shaky. That's not going to change today. So you're just going to have to bear with me. Now when you're blacking these out completely, which we're not going to be able to on this one, there's some of these, some of the controllers, there's one right here, has the black plug-in for your cord. Or no, this is the keyboard, and that's the charging port there. On ours, I'm not going to change them out so we can totally black it out, but we're going to put as much black on it as we can. Let's see, now, we've got to put all this crap back in. Oh, no, sorry about that. I couldn't get to the camera quick enough to turn it off. Our back, bottom should be A, Y should be at the top, and B, oh, that's the B, okay, there. And then we need our two little ones, these ones, let's see, point that way, point that way, need our rubbers, rubber there, and a rubber. Is that my pen I need? I think so. No. Oh. Where is it? Nope, that's not right. Let's see, this little cutout should go up at that. At least that's where I thought it went. They're all the same. Normally, I thought, and that's what happens when I get to thinking. Alright, now we can, let's get some of these put on. Trigger, or shoulder, excuse me. Flip that over. It goes on that pin, and that pin. You can slide him right down in there. Put him in. Okay. And we need our our vibrators. Can't go anywhere without your vibrators. Come on, fingers. Here we are. There. put a couple of screws in it and we can test. Test. This is a test. This is only a test. Okay. Stick some batteries in it. Ooh, she comes on. Now it's working. I turned on the Xbox with it. So evidently this is the one that was still hooked up. Okay, let's get you spun around so you can see what the hell's going on. There we are. Okay, connected. Joystick. That one's good. Okay, trigger. Good. Good. Let's see. That's good. Trigger is good. Shoulder button, good. Yep. Okay, go down. System. Console, back. Let's see. Let's see. Where's that? Where do we need? Not connected devices. We need, I think, console name. No. Back. Back. Network settings. Scanning. Yep. Here's my network. X works. Okay. Need to check the Y. Let's see, that's console settings. Let me see if I can find it. Shut down, audio, display, system info. I need, let's see, where is display? I know you're telling me right off, but you know, I don't mess with these every day. So I'm not going to be as good as some people. There it is, storage. I want storage. Okay, there's Y. Device options works. Back, back. Oop. Let's see, just for, yeah, I already formatted that one. Back, 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 up, down, tray. Okay. All I got to do is finish putting the screws in it, and we'll be able to finish this one up. Okay, so now we got us a nice rebuilt controller for this console that I can put with it to sell it. Now, yeah, I know a lot of you are saying that, you know, it's not worth all the time and effort on a 360 controller. Time is nothing to me. I don't mind the time. I love working on these and doing this stuff, so the time is of no consequence. Money, everything I put into this I had. You know, when I had the store, I bought all this stuff to rebuild these because I was constantly repairing these for people. And like I said, I used to buy these for like $5 a piece. I didn't care what condition they were in. As you can see, I bought a pile of them, and just for this reason. At some point, I figured there wasn't going to be enough of them left out there, but I think you can still pick them up fairly cheap. Probably a game. I don't know if GameStop's still doing them or not, but anyway. Besides the point, your battery's flashing, and I need to get through this, and and you probably want me to get through this. So, like I said, the time, but, you know, if you want to sit down some evening and have a nice little project to do because you like working on electronics and you have a bad controller, then this is perfect. You know, I just showed you how to do all that. And you can repair this stuff. Everything's readily available on eBay, the joysticks, the joy buttons, the little triggers, all that stuff is available. you can get that stuff on eBay, and it's fairly cheap now. I think those joysticks are down to like, you know, $1.50 or something a piece, you know. So even if I had to buy everything for this, I probably still only have $5 in parts in it. So I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And don't forget about my Amazon link. I know it just goes straight to the home page. If you want to buy something from Amazon, just use my link and search what you're looking for on Amazon. And then if you purchase it from my link, then I get a tip. I noticed there's a lot of clicks on my Amazon link, but nobody has bought anything. Because I guess they want to see what I'm buying. So I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, see ya.